Ty the Vault Dweller here, coming to you with another video in the in the world of Fallout in the YouTube land. In our last video, we completed building the hospital slash clinic slash reconstructive surgery center by dividing up this old sanctuary house. And in this video, we're going to build the clothing store. So let's get to it. And yeah, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So the first thing I usually do for the clothing store, and you can do this without mods, it's very easy to do. Ugh. Yes, this is what we need, the bug corpses, is I use the boxcars with the legs, or supports, I guess you could call it. For some reason, in order to build it close to this building, you have to remove these. I think I have to also remove that. Kind of just more about precise placement. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot with mods you do get the big box car, but we're not using that one today. We're using just the plain old box car. Now it's just a matter of snapping in its little friend here. Because this will be the house of the person who owns this business. So, and also I actually like dividing off the clinic, or not the clinic, the marketplace area from the rest of the settlement, just because it looks better than having a bunch of open space. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool if you could create a separate entrance into your marketplace. Another thing I guess you could do is you could build your marketplace like in the front of the settlement and then use this back part for your housing. I have done that before. It's just really, it's a weird layout, but in a literal sense you probably would want to do that so you wouldn't have random strangers coming through your settlement. But I digress. So usually I don't put the door on the back part of this. I usually put like a wood wall or something. Just, you know, again, change up texture. Not everything needs to look the same. But one thing I do like to do is I add prefabs. Two of them, and then we do a wall or a floor, but I tend to do the floor with the legs on it so it's not just a floating structure. And again, I like changing up the texture, so say we have these, and then now we have this. And this is vanilla. Mostly going to be vanilla pieces. And like a couple junk stairs. But Getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Another thing I like to do, and you can also do this vanilla, is very tricky. I don't know why it's snapping that way, but it is adding a little back area to here. But for some reason it wants to snap backwards, which is weird. Good old Fallout, eh? Has like, it just never ceases to amaze me, the weird stuff this game does, even in this day and age. Maybe it wants to snap that way because we're too close to the house. I would have to build this, like this is already as tight as it is. So, but usually what I do is I usually snap this in there. I may actually have to do it this way. Oh my goodness. Does not want to snap in. Okay, so I guess mod-wise you could just add something there. Like, it's just really weird that it wants to snap in backwards. Is it the car doing that? Or is it just because I'm so dang close to the house? Or is it because... You see how it wants to snap in that way? It's like it's snapping around that busted part of the roof. Okay, so I guess it won't let us snap that in. That is really weird, and I'm not going to sit there and struggle trying to snap it. When I used to play this game earlier on, I used to actually swear at this game when I would do stuff like that because it would piss me off. Because you'd be trying to snap in one simple little piece, but the game's like, nope, you're not snapping that in, buddy. It's like Todd Howard's still secretly screwing us with these bugs. So, we're just going to do it this way. But without mods, you can use these pieces. If you want. I mean, it's completely up to you. Now, I usually add like a piece onto here, because this is going to be the clothing store of the settlement. So, I add like this here. You know, I kind of like to keep it a little junky. You don't want it looking too perfect. Because, I mean, we are in the wasteland. It's not meant to be perfect. We would like it to be perfect, but that's just not how the world works. And usually I add wood, but let's change up the texture. I don't want it all to be wood. You know, God forbid this place catches on fire. There's going to be some hell. All hell is going to break loose for the people living here, working here. Okay, so for the dressing rooms, and you can also do this vanilla, I use the outhouses. But because we have snapping ability, they're just going to snap automatically. But if you're doing this vanilla, you have to really have to make sure that you snap in really well, because sometimes they don't like to snap in. And it turns into like a pain in the butt. Alright, now we add our stairs. Because they're randomly just not going to where they're supposed to. Jeez, nothing wants to snap tonight. There we go. But maybe we should add like something that sticks out here. Because again, I like my buildings having texture. I don't like them just being, you know, random. No, that just doesn't look good. Let's do the concrete. Because we have the 2 concrete steps. And again, it changes it up. So it's not all just wood. Now, one thing I will show you that you do get with Workshop Rearranged. This is strictly just for mod users. Not these bridges, you go to the supports. And you get these guys. Now would you look at that? Then it doesn't look like it's just floating. But say you didn't want to use that. You wanted to do something a little different. Because you do have the ability to do it with mods. But you can do this vanilla too, if you want. So say you wanted to use just a regular floor. Again, you can still put that underneath for support. So your settlers aren't feeling like their life's going at risk every time they enter one of your outposts. But if you want to do something different, do that. And you can do you could do something like very similar to what you already had. I guess it's just depending on how you want it to look. Now I do like the glass walls. I do wish you got these non-vanilla or non-modded. And you see how that looks, and now you got that big gap there. It just looks silly. Then you got the glass wall there. Let's say you wanted to do it that way, and then you do it that way. Or say you wanted to add the dressing rooms closer, like here. And then you get rid of the slanted roof, and then you just do a plain flat roof. So you can go through here. I also noticed I got over 85 subscribers. That's awesome. So I really appreciate all the subscription, guys. I really, really appreciate it. It really makes me happy to see that. Really appreciate the support as we continue to grow this channel. So thank you very much for all the subscribers. That is awesome. So this would be on vanilla. So say you just don't want to build vanilla and you want to build modded. This would be like an unmodded version. And it's kind of like she has a storefront, because you know who's going to run this place? It's going to be yours truly. I can't remember. Anna Hargraves. That's who it's going to be, Anna Hargraves. But say you wanted to build a storefront for her, because this is going to be a clothing store. Build like the glass. And now she has a storefront. You can put a couple like mannequins in here, decorate this up a bit, make it look really cool. You know, we're going to keep that. Just for the aesthetic look of it. I know it looks really weird, but I like it. Sometimes I find you just figure out when you're building stuff as you go along, and you just figure out whether you're gonna like it or not right away. And that I like, so we're keeping that. But one thing we are gonna do is we are going to go to GM2 workshop, wood. We're going to add this because I still want it to keep somewhat junky looking. It's not meant to look perfect. I mean, it's the wasteland. It's not meant to be perfect looking, but why can't we just at least make it look cool, right? I also want to say that I really appreciate all the feedback and comments I'm getting during my videos. It's really awesome to see that, guys. So I really appreciate the feedback and your thoughts on the game, on my gameplay so far. I'm a really huge Fallout fan. I guess you can guess that by now. But okay, something does not want to snap there. Okay, we may have to move this way out of the way. Maybe he just doesn't want to snap. Sometimes I find the snapping system in this game is still pretty messed up. Like, what would be cool though is if we were to put a door here. It's kind of like a back entrance. But we can't because this is in the way. That's where I might have to install scrap everything just to get rid of this bush. Because that would make a cool back entrance. But I think that's why it's not snapping, is because of this thing. So we may have to improvise something to remediate this issue we're having. Put this back. So one thing I'll say, the beauty of mods. Because what we could do is we could put like a floor here. But because the bush is right there, it's kind of a pain in the butt to do. Because it's going to kind of stick out. Yeah, I might have to install scrap everything. It's just a tough thing for me to use because scrap everything breaks precubines, and you know, I'm not really into breaking precubines in this game because we all know what Fallout 4 gets like when mods start breaking the game. Yeah, I guess We're like partially inserted into this thing. Well, this is a tough one. Unless we remediate it with one of these, if we can. Because we could use this. And then kind of create like a tiny back room where she could have like a safe or something back here. And then use like one of these little half walls. Then it's kind of like a secure little area. Well, I wouldn't really say this is secure, but it could be like a little area that she has a safe in, but maybe we should put something a little better than that. Do we have any in the metal tab? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I would say metal would probably be the best bet. There we go. That could be like her little sitting area back there. However Anna Hargraves chooses. Because if you haven't figured out by now, that's who's gonna work in this store. I gotta figure out where I toss the... I don't even think we can put the thing back in there. The train car. This video, I'm just gonna let you know, is gonna be me strictly just building this shop. So this will be a 2-video series. You can see this bush, this frickin' bush is ticking me off like no get out. Who knew one single bush could just set you off? Because if we could build back here, we could put like a wall back here. But then again, that wouldn't even work even if we could do it. Kind of frustrating this game is still to this day for me when I'm building. But I guess that's the fun, is the frustration. Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna figure it out one way or another. So we might just have to do something like that. Even though that doesn't really look good, but it's not gonna be really noticeable when you have this bush here. This bush kind of hides it. So it just might be something I have to live with. Because now I kind of want to make this the entrance into her house. Because she doesn't really need a big house. She's a pretty simple person. She doesn't need fancy, extravagant homes to make her feel better. And plus I do kind of want to have a railing going down here out of the marketplace for her. But it's going to be her specific area out of her home, not somewhere people can just decide to travel into. Because this is her house. So we're just going to go with this. So now we got to wall this off. And I think I know what I'm going to use to wall this off with. Yeah, I like that. Now to fix the gapping. That's the fun part. Luckily, there's smaller wooden boards. To fix it. There we go. Well, we're going to go to the warehouse tab, or the barn tab, whatever tab you want. Well, that's weird that these don't want to snap. Yo, we could build her like a little deck. Could straight up build her a deck. It would definitely hide that better unless you're like right up on the deck. Maybe we should build her a deck on that bush. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, I know why it's not allowing us to do that. Because it's too like close to it. So maybe we just have to do that. God, that just looks bad though. This is like so high up that it's next to. Unless we like build something like this. Like that would work. Because like I said, it's Anna Hargraves. I don't really think she's going to worry that much about what her house looks like. Let's go to the scaffolding section, because scaffolding has like weird sets of stairs. It has like these really weird narrow stairs. May just have to use those. Just because this is like a really weird area. I just want to make it look different. You know, if we're using mods, why not take advantage of the making it different? Like this is her shop area, and this is like her living area in her house. And she's not too keen on people just randomly going into her house. Yeah, gotta put down the flooring from Workshop Rearrange. It's just too good to not put down flooring. Let's do bowling alley. We're gonna class up this joint. We better do it right. Yeah, we don't need that for that. So that's like outside, but we do need it for in here. Kind of makes the joint feel a little more classy. Doesn't feel like you're just walking into some random junk looking place. Now we'll place her her store. Oh yeah, we need cap collector 2. Rank 2, big sale. We're going to be at level 20, which we're not too far from, so this is going to be like the main area. This is where there's going to be some mannequins. You know, so when you're walking down here and you see this place, you'll be like, oh, this place looks really good. This is the clothing store. It's not going to be huge because, you know, clothing's not really a huge thing, but I thought it's different. Because, like, everybody's done something in Fallout 4. So I thought, why don't we do something different? So we'll wait until we unlock the big workbench. Or workbench, the big thing there for Anna Hargraves, just so we have it. I also kind of want to put a door in here, just so it corns off her house. So, you know, her house doesn't feel like has access. I actually like this. This is way better. Just doesn't feel like her house has access to the public, the general public. Because I'm pretty sure a settler who owns a business doesn't want their house being accessed by random people out of the wasteland. I'll put a nice little flat roof in here. We'll put like a small little half wall in here. Yeah, not that. Like that. But, yeah. She doesn't really need a big house. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she does. But I do kind of like how this turned out. This completely is different from what I was planning. And I will say, I actually planned some of these videos and some of them I don't. This was planned to be a certain way, and now it's completely opposite of what I thought it was going to be. So, and I'm really happy with this. Sometimes a little screwing around in this game really pays off when you're like trying to figure out what you want to build. But I do have fun screwing around in this game. It is fun. Because let's face it, Fallout 4 has a great settlement building system. Some may argue with that. But me, I love it. I love the building system, in my personal opinion. Yeah, she doesn't need a big deck. She just needs something small. You know, the fact that she even gets one of these is, she's lucky. A seller would literally kill somebody to have one of these. Put some wood boards across it just to kind of make it a little scrappy. No, that just don't look good. We'll just leave it. We'll just put some posts under it. Oh, we can actually do this one. That's perfect. Now it's got support. And we kind of hid that wall unless you're like going up here. So yeah, this build definitely Definitely wasn't what I was thinking it was going to turn out to be. But sometimes that's just the best way of doing it. Is you just build and you figure out as you go along. So it's just really, really cool. Oh, you can just go from building and then boom, all of a sudden you're neck deep into building something completely different from what you originally were planning. Well, we'll add that up there too. Some random junky boards hanging on here is pretty good. So there we go. Anna Hargreaves' base building is built, so I guess we'll apply some power to it. First, we got to put up some signage or get a sign ready to go. That we don't want to snap into anything. Yeah, it doesn't look that great. Oh, crap. Don't want to do that. We will just put it here. Trying to figure out this signage thing is kind of weird. You know what, let's just stick with that. Then we'll just put a gap filler in there. Very small gap filler, but a gap filler. And then it just makes it look super different and it doesn't feel like we're doing the same thing. I got an idea. Let's see if it works. You know, and it just kind of makes it look a little more beefier. Kind of like she spent the time making this place just that tad bit more beefier than what it was. If we're gonna do that, we do have to have another one of those barn walls. Like that. That just kind of makes it a little more beefier. Not just a random piece of metal and wood slapped together. Well, even though that's what it looks like, but it just looks a lot better that way. Makes it look more scrappy and definitely different. Now, one thing Anna Hargraves did do is she signed an agreement with the guy, with the doctor. And the doctor, she is allowing Anna to use her power. So they do share power. Because you can't just hook up to other people's lines in Sanctuary. The reason why I like putting a ton of conduits is it just makes it more realistic. It's like you're running a ton of power through the building. But there we go. Call this Anna Hargraves' place. This is where I want to do the glass roof. So I think that'll look really cool. Again, we'll do a different beam. Just to kind of keep the texture different. And there we go. Feels really weird now. But I actually kind of dig that. Even though it's open to the air, like the outside there, it still kind of has a nice little feeling. Being like a nice little clothing shop. We do gotta rug glitch this into place. Kind of just acts as kind of like a divider. So it doesn't have like random people trying to get back here. But what I'm trying to say is this is restricted access, this back area. But there we go. For this, we're going to go to GM2 Workshop again. Definitely a recommended mod. I think it's definitely on the Xbox. I don't know if it's on PlayStation, but it is a good mod. And we're going to do... We're going to do that. Because it is the wasteland. So we got everything built. Now it's just going to be a matter of decorating this place to make it look good. Which is going to be fun. I think we're going to enjoy that. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, I really appreciate the new subscribers. Thank you for joining my channel. Your, I guess subscriptions are really appreciated, and I hope that you're enjoying the content that I've been putting out so far. And again, you're not obligated to. For anybody else watching these videos that has not yet subscribed, please like and subscribe if you want. You're not obligated to see more Fallout 4 content and even Pal World content. But I think this turned out really good. So again, thank you for watching, and oh, that just disappears. I do kind of dig that though. But anyways, thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the decoration side of this video. Bye now.